Did you know that ADHD affects about 9.4% of children in the United States? That's nearly 1 in 10 kids. But here's the shocking part. ADHD doesn't just make kids hyper or distracted. It's a complex condition that can impact their emotional well-being, academic success, and social skills. Yet, many parents still don't fully understand how ADHD works or how to support their child. In this video, we'll uncover the hidden truths about ADHD that many people don't know. We'll explore why ADHD isn't just a childhood disorder, and how it can affect your child well into adulthood. You'll also discover unique strategies that can help your child thrive, from building strong social connections to understanding their brain and using their strengths to succeed. We'll also dive into practical tips for you as a parent. Learn how to stay calm and patient when things get tough and why taking care of yourself is just as important as caring for your child. If you think you know ADHD, think again. This video will leave you with surprising insights and powerful tools to change the way you approach parenting. Stay tuned. Chapter 1. ADHD Uncovered. The hidden truths you've never heard. ADHD is not just about a child being hyper or unfocused. It's a complex condition that affects both the brain and behavior in unique ways. Most parents think it's a problem of poor behavior, but the reality is far more intricate. Studies show that ADHD is a neurodevelopmental disorder. This means the brain develops differently, affecting attention, impulse control, and even emotions. One thing many parents don't know is that ADHD runs in families. If a parent has it, there's a higher chance their child will too. A study by the National Institute of Mental Health found that 25–35% of children with ADHD have a parent with the condition. Understanding this genetic link can help reduce the stigma, making it easier to approach ADHD with more empathy and understanding. Another key fact is that ADHD is not just a childhood disorder. It can continue into adulthood. In fact, about 60% of children with ADHD will still show symptoms in their adult years. This can impact their careers, relationships, and overall quality of life. Parents often feel overwhelmed, and with good reason. In 2016, the CDC reported that approximately 9.4% of children aged 2 to 17 have been diagnosed with ADHD. This means there's a good chance you're not alone in your parenting challenges. What's even more surprising is that ADHD symptoms can often go undiagnosed in girls. Girls tend to show less hyperactivity and more inattentiveness, leading to missed diagnoses. As a result, they may struggle with self-esteem issues as they grow older. Finally, ADHD can impact sleep patterns. Kids with ADHD often have trouble winding down at night, leading to sleep deprivation, which only worsens ADHD symptoms. This can lead to mood swings, irritability, and more difficulty concentrating during the day. Chapter 2. Beyond the Labels. Understanding your child's ADHD superpowers. It's easy to fall into the trap of seeing ADHD only as a challenge, but there's more to it. ADHD kids often have superpowers that others don't. They're more creative, innovative, and able to think outside the box. One study showed that people with ADHD are 30% more likely to start their own businesses. These individuals are often natural risk takers, able to think on their feet and find creative solutions quickly. The key is to focus on their strengths, not just their struggles. ADHD children tend to excel in environments that value creativity and out-of-the-box thinking. For instance, 40% of entrepreneurs have ADHD, according to a report from the Harvard Business Review. This trait makes ADHD individuals exceptional problem solvers in the right setting. One interesting fact is that many famous historical figures had ADHD. Albert Einstein, Leonardo da Vinci, and even Walt Disney likely had ADHD. They all thrived because their ADHD traits were embraced rather than shamed. This is a powerful lesson for parents. Embrace your child's strengths, and they will thrive. At the same time, kids with ADHD are often very passionate about what interests them. Once they focus on something they enjoy, they can become deeply invested, sometimes to the point of obsession. This passion can lead them to discover hidden talents and skills. Encouraging your ADHD child to pursue what excites them can help them build confidence. Parents should create a home environment that nurtures their child's interests, whether it's art, music, or problem-solving games. This positive reinforcement builds a growth mindset and boosts their self-esteem. Chapter 3. The ADHD Brain. What's really going on up there? Understanding what's going on in the brain of a child with ADHD can be a game-changer. At its core, ADHD affects the brain's executive function, which controls processes like attention, memory, and impulse control. The ADHD brain tends to have lower levels of dopamine, a neurotransmitter associated with motivation and reward. This means that ADHD children often struggle to feel motivated by things that don't provide immediate rewards. It's why tasks like doing homework or cleaning their room can feel impossible. What's interesting is that when an ADHD child engages in activities that excite them, their brain lights up in ways that neurotypical brains don't. Scientists also found that the brain of an ADHD child has differences in the prefrontal cortex, which helps with planning and decision-making. This difference explains why kids with ADHD may act impulsively or struggle with following through on tasks. In simple terms, their brain wiring can make it harder for them to focus and control impulses. But here's the thing: ADHD isn't a disorder of intelligence. In fact, some studies show that children with ADHD can outperform their peers academically if given the right support and environment. It's not about ability, it's about how the brain processes information differently. Another thing many parents don't realize is that ADHD can affect emotional regulation. Kids with ADHD are often more sensitive to emotional stimuli, which can lead to mood swings or outbursts. They may struggle to manage feelings of frustration or disappointment, making emotional support even more crucial. So, what can parents do? The first step is understanding that it's not a matter of willpower. ADHD kids are not acting out on purpose. Their brains process the world differently, and that's why they need different strategies and support. One of the best things you can do as a parent is to help your child develop a routine that provides structure and predictability. Another important strategy is using positive reinforcement. Reward systems that focus on immediate, tangible rewards, like stickers or small treats, can help motivate ADHD children. The key is to give frequent praise and break tasks into smaller, more manageable pieces. Lastly, don't forget the importance of physical activity. Exercise has been shown to boost dopamine levels, helping to regulate attention and focus. Encouraging your child to engage in daily physical activity can go a long way in improving their mood and focus. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss the next chapters packed with more ADHD tips and strategies. Chapter 4. The ADHD Parenting Hack. Strategies that actually work. Parenting a child with ADHD can feel like a never-ending challenge, but there are strategies that actually work. One of the most effective techniques is creating routines that your child can follow every day. ADHD kids thrive on predictability because it reduces the anxiety of the unknown. A consistent schedule helps them manage their time and focus better. An important strategy is breaking down tasks into smaller, more manageable steps. Instead of telling your child to clean the room, try breaking it into actions like pick up the toys, make the bed, and put the clothes in the laundry. This method helps ADHD children focus on one thing at a time and feel accomplished along the way. Another approach that works well is using visual aids, like charts or calendars. Research shows that visual schedules can help ADHD children stay on task and reduce distractions. You can mark off each task as it's completed, providing a visual reward system that keeps them engaged and motivated. Rewards are crucial in motivating a child with ADHD, but it's essential to keep them immediate and tangible. Experts suggest using a token system, where your child earns points for completed tasks. These points can be exchanged for rewards like extra screen time or a favorite snack. It's all about immediate reinforcement rather than delayed gratification. Incorporating mindfulness practices can also be a game changer. Simple breathing exercises or short meditation sessions can help ADHD children improve their focus. Studies have found that just a few minutes of deep breathing each day can help calm their overactive minds and increase attention span. Another effective tool is positive reinforcement. Instead of focusing on negative behaviors, make sure to praise the good ones. When your child shows improvement, even in small steps, let them know you noticed. Positive feedback boosts self-esteem and encourages them to keep trying. A study by the National Institutes of Health suggests that physical activity can significantly reduce ADHD symptoms. It turns out that regular exercise helps to increase dopamine levels in the brain, improving focus and attention. Parents should make sure their child is getting at least 30 minutes of physical activity daily to help regulate ADHD symptoms. Finally, being patient and staying calm is key. It's easy to get frustrated, but children with ADHD are often doing their best, even when it doesn't seem like it. Keeping a calm demeanor helps model the behavior you want to see and provides a stable environment for your child to thrive in. If you found these strategies helpful, be sure to hit that subscribe button for more insights into ADHD parenting. Chapter 5. Navigating the social minefield. Helping your ADHD child build friendships. Social interactions can be especially tricky for kids with ADHD. Impulsivity, difficulty reading social cues, and trouble managing emotions can make it hard for them to build friendships. However, there are strategies that can help your child develop strong social skills and connect with others. One of the most effective ways to help your child is by practicing role-playing. Set up scenarios where your child has to practice greetings, taking turns in a conversation, or understanding body language. This helps them understand how to act in social situations and can make them feel more confident in real-life interactions. Additionally, teaching your child to recognize and manage their emotions is crucial. Children with ADHD are often more sensitive to emotional stimuli and can react impulsively. Teach them to take deep breaths or count to 10 when they feel upset. This simple technique can give them a moment to calm down before responding to social challenges. Another strategy is to help your child find activities that allow them to interact with peers in a low-pressure environment. Sports, art classes, or group activities provide structured settings where kids can practice socializing without the stress of free play situations. When children engage in activities they enjoy, they are more likely to build friendships based on common interests. It's also essential to model good social behavior yourself. Kids often learn by observing their parents, so show them how to interact politely, listen actively, and handle disagreements respectfully. Setting a good example will give them a strong foundation to build on. Encourage your child to participate in group activities, but be sure to start small. One-on-one playdates can be easier to manage than larger groups. If they have a positive experience, it will build their confidence for future social interactions. The American Academy of Pediatrics suggests that parents should also teach their children how to apologize when they make a social mistake. Learning to acknowledge their actions and make amends helps them understand the importance of empathy and respect in friendships. Finally, creating opportunities for your child to practice social skills in safe environments, like school or at a friend's house, is important. The more they interact with others, the more they'll learn about boundaries, communication, and building trust. Chapter 6. From Overwhelm to Empowerment. The Parent's Guide to Self-Care. Raising a child with ADHD is demanding. It can be easy to lose yourself in the daily chaos, but self-care is essential. When you take care of yourself, you're better equipped to care for your child. The first step to self-care is recognizing that it's okay to feel overwhelmed. Parenting a child with ADHD is a marathon, not a sprint. One important aspect of self-care is finding your support network. Whether it's family, friends, or a support group, it's vital to have people you can rely on. Research shows that parents of children with ADHD have higher levels of stress, and seeking support can reduce feelings of isolation. Talking with others who understand can provide relief and perspective. Another key to managing the stress is setting boundaries. It's tempting to say yes to everything, but overcommitting can leave you feeling drained. Learn to say no when necessary, and prioritize your time so that you can focus on your well-being. Taking breaks and asking for help when needed is not a sign of weakness, but a way to ensure you're able to stay healthy and present for your child. Physical exercise is one of the best ways to reduce stress. Even a short walk each day can help clear your mind and increase your energy. Studies show that physical activity boosts mood and reduces anxiety, which makes it easier to handle the challenges of parenting a child with ADHD. Sleep is another vital element of self-care. Parents of children with ADHD often struggle with sleep due to their child's late-night energy or early wake-ups. However, it's important for parents to prioritize their own rest. Lack of sleep can exacerbate stress and make it harder to manage daily responsibilities. Make sure to schedule me time regularly. Whether it's reading a book, taking a bubble bath, or enjoying a hobby, taking time for yourself helps you recharge. This simple act of self-care can improve your mood and make you feel more capable of handling parenting challenges. Lastly, seeking professional help, such as therapy or counseling, can provide valuable tools to cope with stress. A therapist can help you develop strategies for managing anxiety, setting boundaries, and improving your overall well-being. Thank you for watching. If you found these tips helpful, be sure to subscribe for more valuable advice on ADHD and parenting.